Here are my impressions and manga review for chapter 169 of The Promised Neverland, and I must say, please, spoiler alerts, spoiler warnings, as I will be discussing this chapter as well as plot points from previous chapters because this is the latest chapter released March 1st, 2020. First of all, I would love to praise Pasca de Miso for her beautiful artwork of Mama Isabella and the three children sleeping under a tree. Very beautiful. When I tried to read the raw translations or the raw scanlations for The Promised Neverland in Korean, and I Google translate it, there's a slogan at the beginning that says "Memories of Love," and that's what's shown here. Some things that I noticed about The Promised Neverland cover art chapter 169. Look at the shoes and the butterflies, and how Mom Isabella is only holding Emma and Norman on her arms while Ray is on the other side. It has plot points revealed in this chapter art cover alone. Emma is only wearing one of her shoes because maybe she's gonna be stuck to the demon world. She cannot totally go to the human world because she gave the reward, or she gave her word to the child demon god. Norman's shoes, both of them, he's not wearing them. I believe that's an indication that he's going to die because he's already stage 4 when he coughed blood. That's when that's an indication of his spasms or his seizures, as indicated in previous chapters. Ray's shoes, both of them, he's wearing them. Maybe he can go to the human world 100%, and it just goes to show that Ray doesn't care whether he's inside or outside. He's not gonna take his shoes off. Norman is a perfectionist. He needs to take his shoes off because he's sleeping. Emma is as reckless and naive as ever, only wearing one of her shoe. And then that's those are the butterflies. There are butterflies fluttering around the chapter art cover, and it really reminds me of that because whenever you see butterflies in Pascal de Mise's art in The Promised Neverland, it indicates death of the character. Like Leslie died when butterflies were shown. The Queen League of Lima died when she killed the butterfly with one elongated finger of her, and then Crone also died when she pinned the butterfly. So that's an indication, probably. Chapter 169 is titled Perfect Scores, and the highlight of this is Mama Isabella showing up with sisters around her, pointing her gun to Peter Rattray. That's a quick turnaround of her character arc because we know that Mama Isabella has been working for Peter Rattray for about let's say almost 2 years since the Gracefield escapees escape on January 15, 2046. The beginning of the chapter, of course, shows how Oliver is so angry when Peter Rattray revealed that he is their dad or creator. It implies that his sperm cells were used to give birth to the cattle children in the farms. Oliver was furious when and blamed Peter Rattray because of the promise of his clan, the Rattray clan, even back up way back when Julius made a promise against the child demon god. Humans have been sacrificed and lives, and in this panel of Pascal de Visa showing how children are the food on the dish plate of the demons, it's phenomenally gruesome and brutal because it really shows how much blood has been shed for almost 1,000 years. Of course, there's Oliver was furious, and he was reminded about Lucas and Hugo, who were actually people who were close to them in the Goldie Pond arc, raised them and actually treated them as their father. And he looks up to Hugo and Lucas, and then defied Peter Rattray, saying, "You're definitely not our father." I'm glad that he's getting some star or some spotlight on these Goldie Pond kids and even Aishi, because they've been sidetracked for about a long time. And then Dawn tried to release Vincent and the Lambda children, including Nigel. Dawn and Gilda were trying to save them, and that's what I love about these characters. Even though they're sidetracked for a moment, they come back time and time again, showing that the author didn't forget them. Hayato just kick ass here because he's been trying to save Vincent and has to return to Vincent so that they won't get killed immediately. And that's what I love about Hayato's character arc. He started out as a bad guy, rooting for Norman's plans, of course, but in here you can see that he's really with Emma and company and her friends, siding with Vincent, siding with Nigel. I really love that spotlight, even though it's only for a moment. Norman was furious, saying that you had me seriously worried, Vincent. That's what Norman tried to say to Vincent on the headphone. And I'm really glad that even for one panel alone, Ray and Norman are trying to hold off the Peter Rattray's subordinates. Look at them, like just showing how much these characters have grown over about 170 chapters or 169 chapters, from being smart kids to being kick-ass kids. So, and it showed. There's a panel that showed where all the demons were tied down, and all the other subordinates of Peter Rattray have been tied down as well, except for that one demon in the controlling room. And I believe this is what Mama Isabella wanted. She wants the kids to subjugate Peter first, so all the Goldie Pond kids are now pointing the gun at Peter's head. And Norman, he's the resistance leader of this group, he's trying to show that you lose, Peter. Finally, we have this Peter laughing hysterically, saying that what will you gain from killing me? He has a point. What will the children gain if he kills Peter Rattray? Because they're still not going to be able to escape the demon world. And then Peter was saying, you have forgotten something. I will be saved by Isabella. And then the sister just appeared behind Ray, and Ray knew her presence and realized that they're surrounded themselves. The sisters are pointing the guns towards the children, and then the children are pointing the guns toward Peter Rattray. So you really don't know who's gonna be siding with who's gonna betray who. And of course, there's the reveal that Mama Isabella is the leader among the sisters who point guns to the children. And there's a panel where Ray just shove, like he has this fear and droplet on his face, showing that he is afraid of seeing her again, and this time it's the real one. Back in the chapter 133 in the Gracefield illusion at the Seven Walls arc, he was already afraid of her illusion. How much more when he faces the real thing? And Mama Isabella is drawn here so beautifully, even though she's gonna massacre the kids and Peter Rattray. So her eyes are deadlocked. Her eyes are so dead and soulless, pointing the gun towards Emma, asking Emma, was it fun outside? Even though you've resisted and fought all this time, you still ended up here. It still ended up this way. It's coming to a fruition or full circle that the Lambda children and the Gracefield escapees, Goldie Pond included, came back to the orphanage where it all started. Even though it's the point of origin is this Gracefield, that's where the first arc started, it's all gonna end up here. But let's see how this arc is gonna go. I think there's gonna be 50-60 more chapters when this story finishes, or when this series finishes, by about this year or next year. We will see about that. Surprise twist, plot twist, Mama Isabella pointing her gun towards Peter Rattray, and Peter Rattray is saying, did you betray me, Isabella? And Emma and company, even Ray, was shocked to see that Mama Isabella is pointing the gun at Peter Rattray. You don't know what Mama Isabella's thinking. She is only going to side to the people where she's gonna get or obtain the most benefit or the most favorable results, like mother, like son. That was how Ray thought when he was shown or drawn in the jailbreak arc. Ray is gonna side to the side where he's going to obtain the most favorable results. And Mama Isabella even praised the cattle children, perfect scores for everyone. I don't know if this is the real thing. I don't know if Mama Isabella is going to kill Peter Rattray immediately, but this is what the editor thinks. He approved this, so we will see what will happen. I'm also quite shocked, but I don't expect a really wounded Peter Rattray in the next chapter, because I really don't know how this is going to go. Maybe this is just a trick that Mama Isabella has on her sleeves, that I mean, not Mama Isabella, but Grandma Isabella, seeing that she's now wearing the black dress, or the black caretaker dress. She doesn't have that white apron anymore. She has increased her ranks among the demons and among the mamas and sisters. So it really goes to show how much power and position she tried to obtain in the past 2 years just so she can get to this point. So let me know what you think about chapter 169, and if you have any ideas about how the chapter 170 is going to turn out, please comment down in the section below. Thank you very much and have a great day.